Hello and welcome. You know I love having you here with me. All right. The concept that we are going to take a look at today, if you've never been exposed to it before, it certainly can serve as a real game changer for you. Yes, absolutely. We are dealing with the 7 diatonic chords in the key of C major. Here is the 1 chord, 2 chord, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1 here. And of course, each of these chords has its own quality to it, its own function within this key of C major. And how you describe what these chords sound like to you is right for you. All right? You may use adjectives to describe them. They may give you certain feelings. For example, we mentioned that the 5 chord has some significant dissonance to it. It has a very strong gravitational force back home to the 1 chord. As a matter of fact, we took this G7 and inverted it to play it in this position so it's nice and close. We can hear how smoothly that transition is. The force of G7 so strongly wants to go to C major 7, that 1 chord. We also mentioned that the 7 chord, which has the same tritone as this G7, is also quite dissonant and has a tendency to want to resolve. And it does, in fact, resolve nicely, ever so strongly, to the 1 chord. Let's do it down here. 7 chord, 1, resolution. Now that said, which would you suppose of the two, G7 or B minor 7 flat 5, I'll play it down here, has the strongest force back home? Let's just play the roots with the left hand while the chord is being played with the right so we can listen. We'll play it way down here. Here's the B with the 7 chord. It resolves quite nicely. Tension, release. Now let's go to that 5 chord here. Did you notice that the 5 chord has the strongest gravitational force, the strongest tendency to go back home? They both have that tritone that we were talking about. So what is it about this G7 chord, this 5 chord, that so strongly wants to go back home to 1, stronger than any other chord? Let's take a look again at the roots. The G for the G7 chord and the C for the C major 7 chord. Look at that motion. G to C. How many letters are we actually taking a look at here? We have G, F, E, D, C. Inclusive, we have 5, right? We would call this in music a 5th from here to here, because as we travel from this root note to this root note, we are moving 5. 5 letters inclusive. G, F, E, D, C. That is a 5th. Listen to how strongly that resolves once again. Yes. Now there's something quite magical about that fifth, because it does not only apply to the 5 chord, to the 1 chord, although we could consider that the strongest motion, all right? However, if we take a look at all the other diatonic chords, we have 7 altogether, right? You had fun in our last session moving from one chord to the next, experimenting, getting different sounds, right? Maybe you jumped from the C chord to the 5 chord to the 3 chord, and hopefully you discovered a few things. Well, when we apply this concept of moving down a fifth, down 5, like we did here, anywhere, from any chord, we have the strongest possible motion from that chord. So let's just choose one. Let's take a look at this F major 7. If we were to move down 5, where would that take us? Let's take a look at the roots because it's really clear this way. Here's the root for F major 7. If we were to go down 5, including the F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where do we land? On the B, which means we would play the B minor 7 flat 5 chord, the 7 chord. We could play it here. So from F major 7 to B minor 7 flat 5 is quite smooth. Now here is a significant discovery. If we start this on the 1 chord, let's do it. Here's the 1 chord, C major 7, right? All right. C major 7. If we take this C and go down 5, including the C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where do we end up? On the F, which represents the F major 7 chord. C major 7 to F major 7 is quite smooth. C major 7 to F major 7. Now it looks like we're moving up, okay? Physically we are on the keyboard, but think about it now. The root motion is down a 5. And some people would say, well, it's actually up a 4th. And that's true. Up a 4th and down a 5, up a 4th and down a 5 takes us to the very same letter. So we know that C major 7 to F major 7 is very smooth. We already went down a 5 from F, which took us to the B minor 7 flat 5, right? Let's continue from that point. From B, counting 5, including the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's E, which represents the E minor 7 chord. So B minor 7 flat 5 to E minor 7 is quite nice. Let's do it again from E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A represents A minor or the 6th chord. We could play it here. We could play it here. Listen to that. E minor 7. Very smooth. E minor 7. A minor 7. From the A minor 7, let's move down a 5 from A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That takes us to D, which represents the 2 chord of the D minor 7 chord. Moving from A minor 7 to D minor 7. Oh, it's nice. It works well. Let's do it again. From the D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This takes us to the G, the 5. The 5 chord is G7. We already know this moves nicely because we talked about the 2 to the 5 chord progression. Remember that? Yes. From the G7, well, I think you know the answer to this one. Moving down 5 from the G takes us back home to the C major 7 chord. Now we're back home. Here is the map that I promised you. Take a look and pay particular attention to the direction of those arrows. We are going in a counterclockwise direction here. Think about going down 5 whenever we move from one letter to the next, one root to the next. Here we have at the top C major 7, F major 7, B minor 7 flat 5, E minor 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, G7, and C major 7. We're back home. Now this can work like magic. It can seem like that because we are following the gravitational laws of music whenever you follow the diatonic circle of fifths. These are the diatonic 7th chords in this order, moving down 5. It'll always sound good. It will always sound good. Now, does this always mean that we should be going down 5 in our music? No, it does not. Music defies gravity. Absolutely. However, this is the strongest force, the strongest gravitational force. Music wants to go down a fifth. So I would really like you to really soak this up and really get involved with playing these chords around this circle as you apply the concepts that we have already been talking about in this series. Here we are at the top of the circle, C major 7, the 1 chord. Down a fifth to the 4 chord, F major 7. B minor 7 flat 5. E minor 7. Remember, going down a fifth is the same as up a fourth. Here's the 6 chord. Here comes the 2 chord. Here comes the 5 chord. I'll play it here. Yes, at the top of the circle, the 1 chord, moving down a fifth or up a fourth, right? F major 7, the 4 chord. The 7 chord, B minor 7 flat 5. The 3 chord, E minor 7. The 6 chord, A minor 7. The 2 chord, D minor 7. The 5 chord, G7, which we played here. And finally back home to the 1 chord. Take a look at the top of that circle. Now consider the chord progressions that we focused on in previous sessions. Do you remember the 1, 4, 1? Do you remember the 1, 5, 1? Now that 1, 5 went in the opposite direction, didn't it? However, it's still close to home, and when we got there, we didn't want to go back to home. That's right. Do you remember the 2, 5, 1 chord progression? The most common chord progression in jazz music? the 2 to the 5 to the 1. Take a look at the top of that circle. Do you see how 2, 5, 1 resolves home? Exactly. I want you to study this concept while you're at the piano. Okay, don't think much, just kind of follow the circle. All right? I am providing a PDF so you can print out that circle and keep it on your piano stand. We are going to be taking a deeper look into this circle. For now, make some music. Have fun going in circles as your music begins to take on more and more shape. You have so much potential, and you're only touching the surface. I believe in you, and I look forward to seeing you at our next session.